Instead of having a double jump, we can make it so that the player can jump for a variable height if they hold down the jump button longer. Let's see how we can do that by editing the player script. We're going to be modifying our jump function here, and we're not going to use the up arrow key press anymore to trigger jump. We're actually going to go trigger jump in movement controls. So let's throw when up arrow is pressed away, and let's go and add jumping into movement controls. So we need an if block from control flow, and we need a key pressed block. We can duplicate that from here and make this up arrow. And remember, the movement controls are constantly running. So constantly, if up arrow is pressed, we want to do our jump function. Okay, good. Now our jump function up here was working on the number of jumps, allowing us to do 2 jumps. Instead of keeping track of a number of jumps variable, we'll keep track of can I jump or can I not jump. And we'll call this variable can I keep holding up to jump. So let's go and make a new variable. We'll call this can I keep holding up to jump, and it will be a true false type. Okay, can I keep holding up to jump? And we're going to keep track of this when we do our jump. We want to know, can I keep holding up to jump? If I can, then I'll jump. Otherwise, I won't. Now, when the level starts, we want to set can I keep holding up to jump to true, because you need to start out being able to jump. And instead of keeping track of the number of jumps, we'll throw those all away. So when we do our first jump, we will set can I keep holding up to jump to true. So if we're on the ground or if we're doing a wall slide, we can jump, and then we say yes, I can keep holding up to jump, but we're going to limit the time that you can keep holding up to jump for. So if you tap the key really quickly, you'll do a small jump, and if you hold the key down, you'll do a larger jump. But after a certain amount of time, it won't allow you to jump anymore because it'll turn this variable to false. So time delay blocks are from control flow. We want after 100 milliseconds have passed. Let's try 400 milliseconds. You can always change this time. You might want to experiment a bit. And then after 400 milliseconds have passed, we're going to set can I keep holding up to jump to false. So we do our initial jump, and then after a little while, it will turn this to false. And the point of that is down here, when we're in the air and trying to jump, kind of like how our double jump used to work, this will only work if we can keep holding up to jump. So we'll go to variables and we'll grab true false, can I keep holding up to jump? And connect it into that else if. If I can keep holding up to jump, I will still keep going up. Let's test that out. So that's a small jump, and that's a big jump. And I think these jumps are actually probably too big now. So I'm going to go and close my game and edit my script again. I'm going to try negative 400 for the Y velocities for my jump. You could play with these numbers. You could play with this time until you get something that feels right for you. So that's a small jump, and that's a big jump where I've held down the up key. That's pretty cool. So that is how to get a variable jump height.